Hi, welcome to Facebook. How are y'all tonight? I'm good. It's been a good day. It's been a productive day, and it's been an unseasonably warm day. It's been nice to have all of the windows open in the house, and we saw a deer in our backyard today. A deer. We usually don't see deer. We see hawks, falcons, coyotes. Sometimes we see foxes. We see more skunks than I would like to. But I've never seen a deer in our yard. So that was kind of exciting and new. And I don't know if I was just in the right place at the right time or if it's because there's so many houses being built out here lately that they don't know where to go, which is sad. So if you have been keeping up with the updates to what has sold out with the mini catalog that is fixing to end. I did update the list today, and I'll go ahead and reattach that in the description for this video once it's done. But so I did. Hey, Kaylee and Molly. Oh, I wish I could see her. She's so sweet. So I will attach that list in the description of what is being sold out and what is in low inventory. I think the Black Beauty Specialty Designer Series paper still hasn't come in. They do still expect it to. I don't expect it to last very long once it does. It is a hot item. And a few of the stamp sets and dies have sold out too. So just keep that in mind if there's anything from the mini catalog that you're wanting. But today I'm going to stamp with a new stamp set. I'm pretty excited about this one. It is actually, I'm not using a new stamp set. I'm using a stamp set from the annual catalog, which I do love. It's Shaded Summer. I've used it before and it is gorgeous with great sentiments and good fonts and flowers. It's a good set. But what I'm excited about is the new Bouquet of Love hybrid embossing folder. This thing is so cool. I'm going to go ahead and flip the camera around because I want to show it to you. Okay, so this is the dies. The dies and the embossing folder come together. And this is the embossing folder, and I don't know if you can tell on the video, but it's really thick. I wish I had another one right next to me that I could show you how much thicker this is, but it's pretty thick. And it has this spot in the middle for this heart. So I'm just going to get right to it because I am dying to show you how this works. We've had hybrid embossing folders before. I've just never used one until I got this one. So there's one in the annual catalog that I think I need now. And there was one in the mini catalog. Let me look that one up real quick. I can't remember if it's sticking around or if it's... So the Merriest Frames hybrid embossing folder from the mini catalog that is going out, that embossing folder will come back in the July to December 2022 mini catalog. So if you don't purchase it now, you will have another chance. All right, so I want my number 1 mat, and you've got to use the standard Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine for this one. So I'm going to turn it sideways. And in this little spot here, I'm going to put my die, my heart die. Oh, you can't see that. So I'm putting the heart die in the little cutout spot for it. And then I'm going to center my cardstock over it. And I want the front of my cardstock to lay flat on that. I'm going to turn it over. Oh, wait, no, I don't have to turn it over because look. I don't know if you can see it, but on this side, you can see the heart outline too, because there's like an indentation in the embossing folder. You can see where I've cut once already. You can see the stitching, but that's okay. It's made to, that's why it's so thick, is so you can keep cutting and it's not going to mess up your embossing folder. You'll just be able to see where you cut. So I want this kind of centered. I think this sheet is bigger than I wanted. Let me grab. This is a 4" by 5 1/4 inch. Yeah, that looks good. So I want it pretty in the middle. I want it straight. My camera is too close to my desk. You can't really see what I'm doing here. Okay, so you can see a little bit. There's the heart, and I have my paper kind of centered up. And my paper is on top of the die, and the cutting part for the die is facing up. So now all I need is that number 4 plate, and then I'm just gonna run that through. Ooh, slippery little sucker. Okay, so now this is the fun part. I'm gonna open this up, and it's stuck to the top. But now there's our heart cut out already. And I didn't get that as centered as I wanted, but it'll be okay. And then I can just pop that right out. Isn't that cool? I just think that is the coolest thing ever. And then we're going to go ahead and make a quick card with this. It really doesn't take long. I'm going to use my blending brush. And I just grabbed 2 colors. I'm using Blushing Bride and Poppy Parade. And I'm going to start with the Blushing Bride. I know, it is so pretty. Look at this detail. I keep distracting myself, but look at this. Isn't that awesome? So you could use blends, or if you used like the shimmery cardstock or the Fluid 100, you could emboss it and then color all of those little individual flowers with blends or markers or the water painters. Blends or markers, you can just use the regular. Anyway, I just think it's the coolest thing ever. And you could leave all of this white, but I like adding a little bit of color. And I'm going to get a little bit darker as I go up. Remember when you're using these blending brushes to start a little off page so you don't have big blobs of ink in any one certain spot. Okay, so I'm going to close that up. And now I'm using Poppy Parade, which the ribbon I'm using and the card base I'm using, those are real red. But I decided not to go that dark for the cardstock, for the ink. And instead, I'm using the Poppy. I go just a little bit darker right here. Okay. So I like that ombre effect for this one. Then I am going to go ahead and grab that cut and emboss machine again. This part is totally optional. I have just been lately cutting the center out of my cardstock when I know that most of it is going to be covered up. So I'm just going to center this large rectangle die on top of this basic white. Run it through really quick. Maybe. There we go. Couldn't get it started. Hey, Lisa. It does remind me of a wedding invitation or card. So I usually don't buy Valentine's themed stamps because my kids aren't little anymore and we don't do just tons of Valentine things. But I really, really love this one because like this card I'm making is a birthday card. But it would also be great for a wedding anniversary or thinking of you, just a love you friend kind of thing. A Mother's Day card, it'd be beautiful for a Mother's Day card. There's just so many things that this one would be good for. So I am very happy that I got it. And I didn't get the stamp set that goes with this, which was silly. Looking at the catalog, I'm now wondering why did I not get the stamp set, because the sentiments are fabulous and I really wish I could show it to you, but I cannot share it until January 4th. That being said, my customers should be getting catalogs in the mail before then. So if you get really close to January and you don't have a catalog yet, that was too small. Oh, I'm so silly. Okay, I'm not going to go through all that again. I'm going to trim down a piece of basic white cardstock and we're just going to make that work. Okay, so I'm trimming this to 4 1/8. Totally forgot. By 5 3/8. So silly. Then I'm just going to glue this on top of the cardstock that I have already put on my card. Just don't tell anybody. Anyway, if you are one of my customers, or if you want to be one of my customers, and you don't have a catalog, you know, pretty close to the end of the month, let me know, and I'll have a couple of extra ones I can get in the mail so that you'll have one to look at. And then the 1st of January, probably like January 2nd, I'm going to start doing I'll have a Facebook group that is the pre-launch event going into the launch event for the new mini catalog. And so I'll start sharing more things during that. And then on the 4th, I'll be able to show images from the catalog. Because as much as I want everything from the catalog, I don't have everything from the catalog. There we go. So see, just like that, it's pretty. But then, wait, there's more. So this is a new ribbon from the new mini catalog. And it is faux linen, real red. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a couple of dimensionals. And I'm going to just attach this to the back of the card, or the heart. I'm going to wrap it around loosely. And then I am going to attach it on that side. I'm going to grab my little paper snips, snip that off. That's just going to hold it in place for me. And then I'm going to tie a bow. And you can tie a faux bow if you want, if that's easier. So I'm going to tie a bow. That didn't sound right. And once again, tying bows on camera is hard, y'all. Maybe I need to have my bows pre-tried every time. I'll just have an extra piece ready to go. There we go. Okay, so now I'm just going to add a couple more dimensionals to the back of this. And then I'm going to place it in the center. Right where it came out of, but it's raised up a little bit. Then I'm going to grab my Versamark, my white embossing powder, just a scrap of real red ink. And I'm going to stamp "Love You, Friend." I'm going to do it kind of crooked because I think that my die that I'm using to cut this out it's going to be cutting it close. Yep, that works. Okay, so now I'm going to sprinkle the white embossing powder over it. Tap that off. So this would be especially perfect if you have friends with birthdays in February, because, you know, Valentine's Day and all that. Okay. I'm going to set it with the heat tool, so give me just a second. It's getting toasty. It gets warm on your fingers, so be careful holding it like that. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and use this big one again. I know it's aggravating because it's hard to see, but it's sitting right here, so. Make sure that dries. It's sticking to my finger, not being straight. There we go. I thought for just a second I was going to have to get the washi tape out, but I think I'm good. Okay, then I'm just going to use that liquid glue again. Put this on the bottom. I almost opened it. I don't need to open it. Not yet. So then on the inside, I'm going to grab another piece of that 4" by 5 1/4" piece of basic white cardstock. I'm using the smaller flower stamp from Shaded Summer. Inking it with the Blushing Bride, and I'm just going to stamp this in the lower corner. And in my opinion, this ink is light enough that if you run out of space and you need to write over it, you're good to go. Then I'm going to use the Poppy Parade, and I have the Happy Birthday stamp. Just going to stamp that. Right there at the top. And there's the inside. Of course, you don't have to put Happy Birthday. It could just be a Love You Friend card, or a Valentine's Day card, or an anniversary card. It's up to you what you want to do with it. But I just wanted to show that hybrid embossing folder because I think that that is the coolest thing, and I think that everybody's going to need to have that. And I think I need to have, let me look at the one in the annual catalog. It is, I want to say it's artistically inked, but maybe it's not. It is. Oh, where is it? It's Art in Bloom. So, it's on page 157. It's this one here. Let me go to the actual page. 116. So, these 3 flowers is what the die part of the embossing folder die combo, that's what that cuts out. So you can stamp them and then cut them out, or just cut them out and they're gorgeous embossed the way they are. So pretty. So I definitely need to add that to my Christmas wish list. It's a long list, very long. There are so many Stampin' Up! Things that I still want, and I think I need them, right? Don't you think I need them? So what about y'all? What Stampin' Up! Items are on your Christmas wish list? If you do have items on your Christmas wish list, you can send my information to your loved ones and pick that out. Lisa, I do think I need it all. I think you need it all too. Or maybe we both need half and then we can share. That works. So, like I said at the beginning of the video, the list, I'll link the list for the items that are selling out, that are low inventory or already gone, in the description. And watch for that Facebook mini catalog event coming in at the beginning of January. So I hope y'all are having a good day. I hope that you're enjoying this weird warm weather we're having while it lasts. I think we're getting another cold front that's supposed to last a couple of days and maybe some rain, and then it's supposed to be warm again. So who knows? It's Texas. It changes all the time. Keeps you on your toes. All right. Y'all have a good night. Let me know if you have any questions. I am a text or an email away. And see you soon. Happy stamping.